Hello everyone, welcome back to Cause Streams TV. I am Cause, and I am super excited because the road to 3K led through this one specific dungeon, and I've mentioned it in previous weeks. But first, let's do a quick recap of week 21 in the War Within. Last week was the heroic dungeon cash week. If you do 5 time walking dungeons and 4 mythic plus dungeons or heroic dungeons, you get a heroic cash from Nerub'ar Palace. Now that is fantastic for alts. So we do have a few extra vaults today. I did put time into my Demon Hunter, and I did put some time into the prop Paladin. So we'll get some vaults on those characters. Additionally, we spent some time in Plunderstorm. I am still yet to win a Plunderstorm game. My best is getting down to the top 2, and then I just get destroyed. So I need to figure something out there. I really am hoping that before Plunderstorm is gone, I can get a win, a big W for Cause. Maybe one day, we'll see. Maybe it'll happen on stream or off stream. I am still enjoying it. I am playing a little less. I am daily logging in to do the doubloons quest line every day because it gives you 800, so I do that. And I think I have everything from the Plunderstorm now. We might be missing a cape. We'll find out later. With that, we also continue to do our alt runs for Raid Finder Queen Antrak. Still no luck on that mount. Still no luck on the Storm Vault mount, so we are kind of out of luck there. There are some mounts from the trading post. I didn't get them. That'll be in next week's video. So let's jump into it. I am very excited to talk about this, and that is specifically the monk. Because the monk is still capped in his eye level, there are no changes to his eye level. He is still 639, but the biggest change, and the one I'm most excited for, is last week we finally managed to hit that 3K IO. And if you remember the previous week, I was talking about needing a Grim Batol key. And it really did feel like Grim Batol was going to be my kryptonite, but I also said that about Stone Vault. So what I did is I did some research before jumping into the key. I watched some other Monk, Death Knights, Prop Paladins. I saw the routes they did. I built out the route that would work for me, and then I executed. We first actually started with a 13 Grim Batol, and we were blasting the key. Unfortunately, after the second boss, the dispels were just too much for the healer to handle. He died a few times. We had a couple wipes, and it was over. However, we did go back and do a 12 Grim Batol, and we successfully timed it. We had 10 deaths in total, but either way, we were able to time the key. I will be releasing that video for you guys to check out. Even with the deaths, it was overall a smooth run. That dungeon didn't feel as challenging as I expected it to. I was really worried about it, but it felt like it was one of those dungeons that were just always going to be my kryptonite, and it surprisingly wasn't. So hopping into the game, there you have our IO. We went in at 2984. We finished the week at 3011 with the 12 Grim Batol, granting us 28 points, pushing us over the 3K mark, and we have accomplished our goal for the season of reaching 3K. Now that puts the monk into the top 14 on Area 52, currently ranked 14 at the time of this recording, and in the region I am ranked 114. So here we are in the game. We're going to open our vault. We will have all 3 heroic raid slots, and we will have all 3, no, I think we'll only have the 2 mythic dungeon slots. So here's hoping one of our final vaults of the season, if we can get the last 2 items we need, the mandate or the Arakara weapon. And unfortunately, we are out of luck. We have neither coming our way. We have the polearm, which we could take for transmog. We have the legs, which we don't need, the feet, which we could take for transmog as well. Then looking at our mythic dungeon slots, we have the one-handed weapon, which we already have the transmog, and the haste mastery trinket. Very good for Windwalker, but not exactly something we need. So really nothing of interest in our vault. We're taking the weapon for transmog, and we're going to carry on. Let's see what key we get with the monk. And the monk starts the week with a 12 necrotic way, completely doable key, so we may see some push on that. But let's move on and open our next vault. And the next character we're going to open our vault on is the Demon Hunter. We did at least 4 mythic keys on him for the weekly, plus some time walking, so he'll have all 3 of the vault slots available. Here is the Raid Finder item, because we still do Queen Antrak trying to get the mount with no luck. So let's take a look at what we have. We have a Hero Track chest piece, which we already have one. We have a Champion Track Spartan's Grace, which I believe is good for us over our Treacherous Transmitter. And then we have a Veteran Track Shoulder. So let's see if this Spartan's Grace is better than our Transmitter or our Void Contract. And a quick sim identifies it is a DPS loss for both trinkets if we replace them. So technically the Demon Hunter gets absolutely nothing in his vault. We will take the tokens, throw a socket on a piece of gear, and carry on to our next vault. And next up, we have our Prop Paladin. I've actually been enjoying playing the Prop Paladin lately. On his weekly quest, he did get a socketed waist piece hero track, so that's kind of exciting. 607 currently. I'm going to open Vault in Prot Spec. He will have the 4 mythic dungeons done. So yeah, I will play the Prop Paladin a little more finishing off the season because it has been a little fun to see how high I can get him in preparation for season 2. But let's take a look at our vault here. We have 616 headpiece, which we could catalyze, which is a good upgrade here over top of our champion. We have the treacherous transmitter, but it is an LFR piece, so we're not too concerned there. We are looking at a verse mastery ring, really good ring that we could replace with the seal. However, because we already have the seal of poison pack, we would get the Circe's circlet, so we're not going to take the ring. We have a crit mastery neck piece. Again, this is a major upgrade as well, and then just a veteran track trinket, which we already have actually in our bags at a higher one. So I think the neck is actually the biggest upgrade from 593 to 610 and its hero track. The other option is to take the head and catalyze it, but I'm thinking if we're pushing keys, we'll be able to get up there. Yes, we could get a hero track neck piece from Mist, or we could get other pieces to catalyze from dungeons, but the most immediate upgrade, yes, there's no main stat, is still our neck, and we're going to take that because as a Prop Paladin, having the extra stamina in keys as we push higher is going to be very valuable. So there are no mounts to discuss this week. And a quick correction, yeah, I've changed my shirt actually. I've showered. I gotta fix the video because I may have said some things that actually don't line up. I thought I had no mounts this week. Well, that is wrong. I checked my list and we did get 3 new mounts this week, starting with this one here, the Smoldering Cinderbee. This is from reaching rank 23 renown with the Council of Dornegal. I finally got there. I still need 1 more level to 25, but we have the final rep mount we need here when it comes to the Council of Dornegal. The next mount is another renown mount. This is actually from the Visor in Ash Kahet. We finally reached the required renown for him and bought the final spider we need, the Royal Court Undercrawler. So this is the last spider we needed from Ash Kahet, and we finally have it, so we are done with all 3 of those renowned spiders. And the final mount we got is actually from the Siren Isles. It is purchased with 11,000 or 10,000 iron that you get from the zone. This is the Sowuzi's Vintage Wave Shredder. This reminds me of a Back to the Future skateboard with some goblin text slapped all over it. So this is the final mount we got this week. All right, and let's jump into the gold farming area of the video. This week was actually really good. I restocked all of my AH characters. I did a lot of farming. I did some map farms, a lot of transmog farms. It was a lot of fun. Did a couple group farms, so we were able to collect quite a bit of new gear to throw into the auction house. I think this is a very good week for gold, so let's start off with one of my last characters that I post on. We came into the week at 2,930,000 gold, so let's see what we have gotten over the course of the week. The first character we see here is 46,000 gold, huge increase. This is a really nice mailbox to kick things off at. Very happy with this one. And next up we have a 31k mailbox. Not a lot of sales, but one nice green item that we sold here. So 31k on this character. So this is our blacksmith. We're not including him in the total for the week, but he does have an 18k mailbox as well. All right, jumping into another one of our characters, we are looking at a 29,000 mailbox here. Really nice opening. This is the one that we sold some meat on, more transmogs. Ooh, that is a really nice mailbox right there. Next up, we're hopping on some of the high pop realms that we sell on, and this one isn't actually doing that great with 14,000. It's still some sales though anyways. Let's grab that. All right, and I know I said we're moving on to high pop servers. This is actually one of our dead servers that we post on. Not a lot of sales, but a total of 47k. That is a really nice mailbox for only like 10 to 12 items being sold. Moving on to a medium pop server, let's take a look at how he's doing. Only 24k. We did sell one of the purple items, one of the epics we've had for a while. It's kind of nice to see this finally sell. It's been on the age for like 3 to 4 months now, but it did sell for 16k, so 24k mailbox here. Up next, another high pop server. Oh, right. This is a mailbox I actually accidentally opened prior to, so it is empty. It was around 18,000 gold. I'll throw a screenshot of what it was on the screen here for you guys to take a look. All right, another high pop server with very low pop style of sales. Only 10,000 gold in this mailbox. And our primary realm coming up here. Oh, nice. 90,000 gold in this mailbox. Back up to its glory days. Some really nice green items have sold for some big numbers here. We sold dark runes, which is a material. More green items just selling like crazy. Oh, yes. All this feels so good. Barbaric toys. Oh, yeah. 90,000 gold mailbox. That is really, really nice. So on the screen, you're going to see the exact amount that we made week over week. Just roughly, it looks like we made about 310-ish thousand gold just last week alone, bringing our total gold up to 3,225,000. That is a really nice number week over week. It's kind of cool seeing these farms be so lucrative, and I will definitely continue them going on into next week. And lastly, I want to give you guys an update on my RMA process now. It was a Thursday, February 6th, when they said they would provide me an update. I mean Asus. Again, as I mentioned in the previous videos, I was really worried because I've heard horror stories of people with RMA support through Asus not getting anything, never getting their card back. So I was a little apprehensive and expected nothing at all. You know, worst case, to repair my 3090 and send it back. Best case, I get a free upgrade. Well, sure enough, I received an email last Thursday stating that the RMA has been approved. They do not have any 3090s that they could send me. So instead, they were offering me this card instead at no extra cost, and it has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, we did end up getting a free 4090 upgrade from Asus. This thing is absolutely massive. It is an Asus Tough 4090. So right after we're done recording this video, we're going to throw this into the computer, and we would have used it for our raid on Tuesday night. So I'm super excited. So for those who read horror stories about Asus RMA, it's not always bad. The people who actually have good RMAs don't usually respond to it. I'm one of those who had a fantastic experience. It took about 2 weeks, and we did get an upgrade. So it does sound like my 3090 did have a hardware defect, and they were willing to replace it. I'm really happy with that, and I could probably hold off on getting the 5090 or wait till I can get the card I actually want. And that is it for the week 21 recap. Just to quickly go over some of the things we accomplished. Lots of alts, obviously lots of gold. We did raid, no success killing Mythic Queen Anserac, but we are going again. We played Plunderstorm. We've done a whole bunch of things. Going into week 22, I really do feel like we're reaching the end of season 1. There has been some discussion that March 4th may be the release of season 2, which would make sense because the TGP ends this week, meaning they would announce season 2 the following Tuesday with a release 2 weeks after the announcements, which makes perfect sense. That means in the coming week, I'm going to probably back off on trying as hard to get those last 2 items on my monk. What I do want to do though is push to try to get the top 100 in the region for monks. So a couple 13s are definitely on the table with the monk this week. I'm going to continue playing the prop paladin to get him a little more geared. Same with the demon hunter. My protection warrior is already 616, and then the other tank I really need to work on is a druid, which is way behind. So you may see some of that on our streams. At the time of the release, we would have completed our Tuesday raid, and that is our last attempt at Queen Anserac to get a few more people their Mythic CE. So no more raiding for the rest of the season, meaning that opens up our Tuesdays and Thursdays to have some fun on stream and do whatever we want to do. I would like to try to win a Plunderstorm match this week, and I also do plan on doing a lot more gold farming. Most likely, I might focus on some mats this week and see how they sell, and then add a little more T-Mog items to my collection if I get into some groups to do some farming. That's how week 22 is going to shape up and what the plan is. It has been a really good season so far. I've got more videos coming out for you guys. I completed my tanks perspective video where I go through each of the bosses and rank the bosses in a tier list from my point of view as a tank. I kind of winged it this time. I did release one of these videos earlier. It's about 45 minutes long where I talk about everything. I didn't want to do that this time. I just wanted to kind of jump into it, talk about the bosses, and give you guys a tier list. You should see that coming out very soon. And then we do have some more dungeon videos coming out. The 12 Grim Batol is going to be coming out. And then I also still have a 13 Mists I'm going to be posting. All in all, I think it has been a great season. We've accomplished the goals that we have set out for, getting 3K, getting CE, and I can dial back even more and just enjoy the game and do other things without having to worry about gearing any characters, because come season 2, we are going to be pushing really hard to get going and get started, and we're going to have a lot of new content for you guys. So until then, and until next week, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Good luck in your vaults, and thank you for tuning into the video. Hit that like and subscribe button so my video can make it out to more people who may be interested. Good luck in all the things you do, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.